Good day, everyone. This is Coach Reese coming at you with another great video. I'm hoping all is well with you and your family and that you're enjoying your day. Today's video is entitled Fallen Oak Tree Wisdom. And I feel that this video is very important because young people, it's very important that you learn as much wisdom as you can. Young people, you should learn as much spiritual and good wisdom as much as you can, because the more you learn the spiritual wisdom and good wisdom, it'll benefit you in the long run. And I think that's why I always state my 3 points on wisdom at the end of all my videos, because wisdom is extremely important to gain, as much, to get. And it's very important, young people, that you gain as much wisdom as you can. Before I start my video, I have 3 points that I like to touch on before I proceed with my letter today. And I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. I just want you to know, young people, elders can be a vital, important part of your life, okay? Elders are needed in your life to teach you some good wisdom. Young people, elders have lived. A good elder that has lived a long life, they have tons of wisdom to pass on to you. So, young people, it's very important that you talk to as many elders as you can in your lifetime, because I assure you, a good elder will give you something to feed on. They'll give you something to research and learn about. And being around an elder, a good part of your life, in my opinion, is truly life-changing for the better. Like I say, young people, in my case, I was blessed to be partially raised by my mom's parents. And I tell you, I've learned so much wisdom from my grandparents, and they have had a positive, extremely positive impact on my life, and I truly thank God for them. So, like I say, young people, try to talk to as much elders as you can, and try to make friends with as many elders as you can, because I'll tell you, they'll change your life for the better if it's a good elder that has good wisdom, okay? The other point I want to make is never be afraid to ask questions. No question is a stupid question. I think I heard a teacher say that one time. No stupid question. No question is a stupid question. You know what I'm saying? So if it's something that you are unsure about or what have you, never be afraid to ask questions. Of course, you talk to your teacher about something that you're concerned about. You talk to your parents, if it's something you're concerned about. And again, if you have access to an elder, ask an elder about certain things, because it's always important, young people, when you walk through life. It's always important. It's always important, young people, when you walk through life, to walk through life in truth. Okay. If you, like I say, if you're unsure, ask a question. Like I say, no question is a stupid question. Okay. And so never be afraid to ask. The last point I want to make, is never be afraid to learn. Okay. As long as you have a sound mind, young people, learn as much as you can, because when you learn as much as you can, it'll make your life better. It'll give you a different outlook on life. As you grow older, your mind may start slipping. Your memory may start slipping. And so, that's why it's very important to learn as much as you can, because as you age, your memory may begin to fade. And if you haven't learned, that's why it's so important to learn as much information, because as you get older, your memory may begin to fade. And, it's just always good, young people, to learn as much as you can. That is very important to do that. Before I get started on my letter today, um, well, let me say this. I'm just all messed up today. I'm ready to go ahead and get started with my letter today. Um, the topic of my letter is Fallen Oak Tree Wisdom. Fallen Oak Tree Wisdom. I remember my grandfather wanted me to help him cut trees. Every summer, my grandfather would go to his farm in the country to cut a tree down. He told me it is best to cut trees down in the summer because the summer heat would dry out the sap, and in the change of season to winter, the wood would be ready to burn. He told me that he always needed someone to go with him because he needed someone to watch out for snakes while he cut the tree. The snake watcher carried a gun and was prepared to shoot the snake if needed. The very thought of guns scared me, and I did not want to cut trees with my grandfather. I regret not going out to learn how to cut trees. Cutting trees is a valuable skill. Cutting trees is a valuable skill to have, especially if you are a homeowner. I probably could have saved a lot of money on tree work I needed done throughout the years if I knew how to do it myself. Young people, cutting trees is extremely dangerous. Young people, cutting trees is extremely dangerous. A mature oak tree can weigh several tons. You have you have to truly know what you're doing when it comes to tree cutting, because you can injure or kill yourself. You must plan to have a specific place for the tree to fall, and you must know that it will fall in that particular area. A mature tree falls to the ground. As a mature tree falls to the ground, there's a massive thud you will feel as the earth beneath your feet will vibrate. For me, if I experienced this, I know my adrenaline would flow, because I pray that this tree will fall where it is supposed to, and my family and I were able to safely get out of the way as it falls. Young people, young people, can you imagine something weighing several tons falling to the ground? There's a great force of gravity pulling the tree to the ground once it is cut. Young people, can you imagine yourself having the same great force of a tree falling in your spirit? You have a great force within you, which is your spirit. A spirit can strengthen a spirit, a spirit can be strengthened from learning spiritual knowledge and wise knowledge from elders. Spiritual growth is key to a healthy life. Knowing how to deal with life's trials, tribulations, joys, and pain is critical to your survival. When elders are teaching you, humble yourself to learn. Never reject wise counsel. Wise counsel builds growth. Just as a tree is planted in the wilderness and cared for by nature, your spirit needs wise food for survival. Good wisdom breeds strength to walk in this life. Humility is vital to your growth. Always stay humble to learn. Always stay humble to listen and apply what you learn to your life. One day, when you become an elder, teach a young person what you know. Help that young person be what you have become, a wise elder. Okay, young people, that concludes my letter for the day. And in all my videos, I touch on the topic of wisdom. I touch on the topic of critical thinking. And then I end my video with the ending statement of practice. And I'm going to go ahead and get started on the topic of wisdom. Point number one, wise people are good listeners. Point number one, wise people are good listeners. Point number two, wise people have the thirst or desire to learn good knowledge and spiritual knowledge. Young people, point number two is extremely important. Wise people have the thirst or desire to learn spiritual knowledge and good knowledge and wise knowledge. Point number three, wise people have the courage to teach their wisdom. Point number three, wise people have the courage to teach their wisdom. So young people, I encourage you to do your research on wisdom. And I pray, young people, that you all will pursue wisdom with the utmost seriousness. Young people, if you pursue wisdom with the utmost seriousness, it will benefit you in the long run. I have a statement dealing with critical thinking, and it goes like this. Always be a critical thinker, young people, especially when making big decisions. Always be a critical thinker, young people, especially when making big decisions. So young people, I encourage you to talk to your parents about the topic of critical thinking. And I also encourage you to do your research on critical thinking. And so when you talk to your parents about critical thinking, your parents will help you navigate the differences between making big decisions and minor decisions. I'm going to go into my ending statement of practice. I love you, young people. I want the best for you. I want you to practice using love and wisdom in all that you do. Life is a game that you must learn how to play. Practicing love and wisdom with your family, friends, and loved ones creates a powerful team. Love conquers all, young people, even if you feel defeated. So young people, I encourage you to keep loving and keep growing and gaining in wisdom, and God will bless you in a mighty way. Young people, I encourage you all to hit the thumbs up with this video. I encourage you all to share this content with your family, friends, and loved ones. And I encourage you all to subscribe to my channel. At the end of the day, young people, I want you to accomplish all your goals and dreams in life. And I want you to be the best person that you possibly can be. That is extremely important that you do that. Before I officially conclude my video, I have one more nugget of wisdom, and it goes like this. Don't ever think that you're better than anyone else, young people, but rather think of yourself as just as good as anyone else. Humility is a vital key to a successful life. Young people, I'm going to conclude my video by saying this. May God bless you, and may God keep you until we meet again.